Hello everybody, it's Ginger Free Time here, and I got a bit of a surprise today. My parcel arrived. I thought I'd wait a week for this thing to arrive, but apparently it arrived. What is it? Well, you're going to find out in a minute. For some time now I've been using Brita and this thing right here, which is a Tesco water filter system jug thing. They're okay, but as I've said in the past, when I got the bigger version of the Brita, it's not good enough when you have two people in the house and it always keeps going empty. So it can be quite annoying to keep refiltering it. But over time I've always said as well that I wanted to get myself a proper water filter because, you know, Brita is crap and it's only 2-stage, and you know, 5-stage is probably better. So I wanted to get either Zero Water or Epic Water in the future. That's what I said. Well, that dream came to me, and obviously I bought one. So yeah, this is a Zero Water pitcher, not a pitcher, it's actually a tank, and I'm looking for a unboxing knife right now, but I can't seem to find one, so that's pretty good. So yeah, I've heard a lot about these Zero Water things. I was going to get the picture, but I thought, well, no, it's pointless when I mostly have two people here anyway, so I might as well cut to the chase and get the actual thing itself. So here it is. I'm just gonna have to use scissors. I'm always using the socket scissors. Here we are. Right, so what's so good about this compared to a normal filtration system? Well, this one is more cheaper than the Epic Water. The Epic Water is like £50 for the filters. This one's only like 14 quid per filter, and it aims to get rid of 0 parts per million as well, which was impressive actually. And considering the fact that Epic Water say, well, we have to leave something in the water to make it taste like something, well, yeah, it leaves some of the other shit behind. So it makes you wonder how much fluoridation, all sorts of different things are happening. This also gets rid of 99% of fluoride as well, which is what I'm looking for. It's a 5-stage, as you can tell on the side here, and it tells you what the 5 stages do, and all that stuff is on the back here, look, and it tells you what it's compared to. It says it gets rid of lead, chromium and many other things, and it also gets rid of fluoride as well. And it also comes with a measuring thing as well, and it tells you how to change the filter, and when it gets to 6 parts per million it's time to change it. Although I won't be able to change it as often because it's not cheap for me to replace. I mean, with this thing it was only 6 quid and I probably can get away with it, but this thing's going to be 14 quid per thing, and I'll have to get like a 12-pack bulk of it. Anyway, let's get on with it. Let's open this thing and see what we got. Hopefully the thing itself. It's not an unboxing video, so this is going to be crappy as possible. I'm not going to make anything on unboxing on this channel. It's just showing what's in it quickly. It has this thing here. It says Zero Water, get more out of your water. And it's saying that the Daily Mail 2017 and the Sun November rated this to be amazing. And it tells you here what the water level should be. Well, the not water level, but the TDS, or in parts per million. So yeah, basically it tells you how long the filter should last. It's not available apparently if it's 001, so that's interesting. But I have like 50 to probably 80, so 150 litres maybe is the highest we're going to get out of it. Awesome! Probably look at that later and see if I've missed anything. But yeah, so here it is. Yep, that's it. Normal box. There's nothing in there. And there's some unhelpful, unenvironmentally scat on it. So yeah, I do like the look of this picture, although there is one thing I would love to change already with this thing, and that is this right here. It's a bit stupid compared to the Brita one I had once that you know, has a lever down. Anyway, let's take this off to one side. I've also got my own TDS and parts per million checker here, so we'll check if this unit is not rigged or in any way by, you know, the tester. So here is the filter. Christ almighty, that's huge compared to something like that. Look at the size difference. It fits the whole entire. That is a big ass water filter. I'm guessing it needs to be. Right, let's move this unhappy water jug to one side. Alright, so let's open this out and see what we got. And we've got scatter and stuff. Something Sean will clean later. And we've got the tester. Interesting. So we'll see if this TDS meter is actually rigged, because some people say it's rigged and some say it's not, so it's going to be interesting to see what we get. And it tells you information right there of how to screw in the filter, but I happily know how to do it. It's surprising, it says you can remove fluoride in some of the videos, but then there's some on there that state this can't, so it's going to be interesting to find out. I mean, some people say it does and some people say it doesn't, and then it says in the box that it doesn't, even though it does, and probably a hidden feature. I haven't got a clue what's going on, but we'll see. So this looks like it needs a clean. Let's have a look at the filter. I need neat unboxing knives or anything like that. Okay, and on the actual wrapper itself, it just says replace filter when tester reads 006 or when filter light indicator illuminates. Eh? It has a light on it. I think they're referring to the tester telling you itself, because right here it's just a normal tester. Look. But oh, mine's a little different from the original. That's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if this is any good compared to the real one I've got, which is the one I bought recently, or it's probably knackered. I don't know. I did put bleach through it once. It went not available, and that was really irritating. So here is the filter. This is how it works. It goes on the top here and it filters through to that little pinhole at the bottom, which means it's very slow at what it does. So before we do all this, I'm going to quickly wash this and I'll come back to you very soon. So after spraying water every fucking way, we managed to clean the bastard out. Oh my good god, this wasn't such a mess the last time I did the breader. Right, or was it? It was probably. And I love how it actually says on here as well to remind you that the filter needs changing at 006. Very, very nice. So apparently you're supposed to screw it onto the bottom, so it's just like the new Aqua one that I saw. Look how big this thing is, Jesus. Hang on, let me see if I can get my Sean to react to this. Look how fucking big that is.
About the same size as those pills I take.
It's not that fucking big. Yeah, apparently you're supposed to screw it onto the bottom, like this. And most people have had leaks, so you've got to make sure you've threaded it up properly. Yep. I like it says zero water everywhere, like Advertisement City. So what I'm going to do is knock everything over while I do this. Right. I like it comes with its own little lid. That's kind of funny. Right. It's to keep all the shit out, I know, when it's in postage. So what I'm going to do is fill it with water and see how slow the filtration is. So I've got 1 litre here. I'm going to see where 1 litre goes. Alright, let's see how it goes. Ooh, here we go. It's filtering. It's a very slow filter. That's what you want, really. You don't want it to, you know, have all the nasties in it. Now they do say you're supposed to filter it twice, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to filter it once and then I'm going to filter it twice and I'm going to see what it is. But first, what will be interesting is to see how many parts per million is coming out of that thing first. What's convenient about this unit is, oh well, it is really slow in it. It's very slow. Look at it, it's very slow. I like that. That means it's doing something. The great thing is you could put the little meters on the front so you don't lose your meter, which is nice. Don't know if this is rigged or not, so it's going to be interesting to find out. But yeah, we'll find out how it's going. It's really slow, but that's what you expect for a filter. Basically, if it's too fast, like this thing, when you pour in the water and it comes out immediately, it means it's not doing anything. Sorry Britta, but it's true. So yeah, it's now filtering it. I'm going to give it about, well, whenever it takes really, and then we'll come back to you. So while that's filtering, I managed to get some water out of it. But yeah, you probably get up to here with 1 litre, because remember you are losing a bit of the water because it's, you know, taking the contaminants out. So let's see what we got. Wow. Zero.
0 parts per million.
Let's try the other one. Let's try my other trusty one. That kind of doesn't work properly, to be honest. I don't know. Let's try this one. 2 parts per million. That. And this is just filtering out the first time. I'm impressed. I'm fucking impressed.
Mind if I have a swig to see if it tastes any different?
I wasn't through the first time.
Alright.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep filling it up. And we'll see how it goes, and I'll let you know what else we can know, and then we can do a taste test with Sean and me. So just to show you how fast this thing filters in this jug here, it just shows it's not really filtering because it's just going straight through. You see how fast that is filtering compared to that. So you can tell you're getting good water with zero water, I tell you that. I mean, Sean's just tasted it, and he says it reminds him of Cornwall water.
Yeah, it's literally that fresh, people.
But we will do a proper taste test. We'll do a taste test of this thing, right here, and this thing, and the tap water. But we're going to do tests first, obviously. So 1 jug actually equals this, so it's about 1 litre that it filters. And if you look at it, it's actually showing a lot of shit in the water, actually, because this filter is not the best. And this is the reason why I wanted to get the zero water, because it seemed a lot better. And it's taken forever to filter, but that's what you want with your water, for God's sake. So you don't want to be like this. Anyway, that's going to filter, and we're going to do another test, and then we'll do the taste testing. Don't get me wrong, this is not a bad little unit, but it's just more floaters in the water, and it's not great. Right, so as you can tell, there's a little thing in here telling you to change it when it's 6 parts per million, and I'm going to fill it up, and it took forever for it to filter the other one, but yeah, it's a bit like the Scottish reviewer saying, what fucking day is it? But yeah, it's interesting really. It's a very interesting filter process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter some water through this, and we're going to do a test where we're going to test tap water. As you can tell, I've got a new label machine. Let me just quickly show you that. As you can tell, I've got a label machine. And we also got the zero water and the aqua, whatever the fuck this thing's called. It's from Tesco. It's basically this, if you want to know what it is. Water jug, 2.4 litre, yeah, whatever. Right, so that's going to filter through a little bit. We've already tested it and it's already gone up to 0, which is kind of interesting how it's done all that. But it is a 5-stage filter, so it should be interesting to find out to the least. So this is going to take a bit of time to get it to at least up here when we can use it. But this thing is, I think this is correct, and I think mine is not working properly because it said 2 parts per million when that was actually 0. So I'm just going to use this probably in the future. But yeah, so far so good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that filter for a little bit, and then we'll get to the testing. Right, I'm not going to wait forever for this thing, but as you can tell, it's got some form of water. So we're going to just get some water. Isn't this amazing content? That could be a lie. Alright, put that over there. So that's the 0 water. And now to get some crappy tap water. Like that. And we'll get some of this stuff that we filtered not too long back. Wonderful. Right. Whoopsie daisy. This is why I hate having cabinets. Get in the way. Right. We're going to use this one first, as it's only fair. The tap water is registering 88 parts, but it's gone up. It was 84 earlier. What are they doing with this water? It's questionable. And now for the so-called better version, which is supposed to be. But it's 67, which is not too bad, but not amazing. And now for zero water. 0. That's amazing. Let's have a look at what my other TDS does. 84, so this is a couple off actually. Let's try this one. 65 and 1. So it's somewhat right. Anyway, that just shows, you know, this makes sure it's not debunking or whatever. What do you call it? It's not wrong in its way. It probably 1 part per million off, or maybe it's correct. I don't know. I can't tell. This thing is my first, so I don't know. But anyway, let's see what the difference is between the Aqua and the Tap Quick. So you got 88 there, 89 even, and 68. So cameraman, can you do any mouse and see how much is taken out?
Let's just see. Round about that one, the tap read 88, right?
Yes.
And that just read 68. So that's probably only, so this is probably only taking out 20 parts per million.
Which is not bad, but I would recommend to go for this. It got rid of all of it, and you probably heard a bit of the noise, I'm sorry. I just nudged the microphone. It's a very slow filter, but it does what it's supposed to, which is filter water to extreme levels of 0. Oh. The only thing I would change is probably this bit here and maybe this, because they're a bit weak. But yeah, so now I've shown you the box. This is what I'm going to do with it. You ready? So I'm going to move this out of the way. Move these dangerous waters out of the way. Apparently people have pissed in these as well. It's really funny. Let's see, does that work better? It's somewhat better. I mean, it's there, and let's try it. Let's move that. So let's try that. Perfect. So yeah, not very good at bottles though. I'm going to have to figure out another box system, but as you can tell I can fill it up still. Water coming out, it's a water pipe. Anyway, enough from me. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. If you've got one of these things, what do you think to them? And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.